Hey, what's going on, guys? Nick here with my review for episode 2 of The Mist, titled Withdrawal. And as the title suggests, this episode deals with one of our main characters dealing with a withdrawal while having to also combat the mist and go through whatever traumas they are enduring. So basically the plot of this episode, spoilers ahead by the way too, because I've obviously watched it and hopefully by now you guys have seen it too. I think actually, right now it's available. This one and episode 3 are on the Spike TV app, so if your cable provider gives you Spike, you can watch them right now on their website for free, or on the app, I guess, on your tablet, whatever you have. So that's how I was able to watch these episodes just early. I think if not, then you can catch it this upcoming Thursday when they're going to be airing at 10/9 Central. But anyways, the basic plot of this episode is we have kind of two plots actually. So our characters in the mall setting that are stuck there basically are trying to barricade all the doors so that nothing can get inside after they saw what happened at the end of the last episode. And essentially they're trying to reach the emergency radio that can contact outside of their area, because right now basically all of the phone lines and everything like that, nothing works. So they're trying to figure out an alternative way of communicating with anyone outside. And they go and try to get to the emergency radio, but it just so happens that the radio is inside of the admin wing that was exposed to the mist. So a couple of our characters have to go in and try and get it. And there's a pretty big twist actually that happens that'll be, I guess, something that plays into the future episodes with the Arrowhead soldiers, which is actually really cool. I'm enjoying how they're kind of establishing the kind of secretive nature of Arrowhead in this show so far. Now, the other subplot that we're following this time was at the church, actually, after Natalie Raven, the old lady who we saw in the first episode, after her husband was killed in episode 1, she basically goes to the church, finds the police chief, and the rest of our heroes show up, which is Brian, Mia, Kevin, and Adrian. They are able to escape the police station in a car, and they run to the church. And this is what's the bulk of the episode, because Mia is, of course, dealing with withdrawals, as it was said to be a junkie in the first episode. She's having visions of things like that in the mist and everything. And I did enjoy that aspect of the episode because it gave us a bit of a character insight into Mia. And, just commenting on that for a minute, it's interesting how this version of the adaptation of the mist is not so much focused on the kind of Lovecraftian creatures, but more so on our own psychological fears and bad things that have happened to us in the past that kind of came full circle. And it's more so like a psychological threat that lurks in the mist, and I actually do kind of enjoy that. I know it's very different than the book and the movie, and it's going to be very controversial among fans of Stephen King's properties, but honestly, as kind of like a fresh interpretation of the material, more so playing on the psychological aspect of it, there are still some very gruesome deaths in the show for sure, but it is a very different adaptation, a different approach, which personally I think is actually pretty cool. So the episode ends with a pretty big revelation of two people that have hung themselves in the restroom at the mall as the character Jay discovers their bodies, and that plays into the next episode, I'm guessing. So overall, I really enjoyed this episode. I do actually think the acting is getting better as the series progresses. I'm really enjoying the Kevin character and the character relationship that Brian and Mia have. I think it's a pretty cool kind of bond that the two characters have. So overall, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below, guys. What did you think of this episode? If I had to rate it, I'd probably give it a 7.5, and I'm definitely looking forward to episode 3, and I'm gonna probably get a review up for that, or one of the other members of the Hyper Network will get the review up and put it up on the channel so you guys can check that out. As always, thanks for watching. My name is Nick, and for more on The Mist and the Stephen King universe on film, subscribe to Hyper Network.